Hello, Tasha here. Welcome to Tarot by the Moon, soon to be renamed to something with sun or light in the title. Hello everyone, it's been a little while. It's been a very sad time for my close family in particular, and for anyone who's a friend of my younger sister's. Very sad time. And it's been a while since I've come on and done the video. The last video I did was over a month ago, and it was actually dedicated to my sister passing. Okay. The video that I did before that, I mentioned that I'd had a massive download from Spirit about changing the name of my channel, about bringing some different teachings in, etc, etc. If you're not sure what I'm chatting about, please go back and have a look. Not the last one, the one before that, and you'll see what I'm getting at. It's just too much to sort of get into again right now, especially after having some time off. Apologies if you can hear that in the background. It's like ambulance or police siren, some kind of siren going off. So yeah, there's some new downloads coming in for sure. I'm very well, all things considered. Thank you for everyone who've sent me messages of support and condolences, etc. I'm a little bit tired, as you can imagine, but I'm slowly getting there. My ankle is taking a little bit longer than I would have liked it to have to get better as well. It should be, I expected it to be fine by now. I expected to be able to be doing, Shakti dancing on it and whatever by now, but it's not quite there yet. But it's just taking a little longer to heal. I suppose it takes a lot of energy to heal something like that, and I've had to keep my energy for other things, as you can imagine. The empathing's been off the scale in the last 6 weeks or so, as you can well imagine. So I've been very, very quiet, and Spirit has been urging me to take it easy, to get plenty of rest, and to look after myself first, and to heal myself first before I can come in and help to facilitate and hold space for other people to heal. So that's exactly what I've been doing. And then I've had my immediate family, and then the outer, right? So this is the way I've been doing it, and I'm sure you appreciate what I'm saying. So Spirit has been taking care of me, and I've been listening to the messages that I've been getting. I'm putting them to practice as best I can. And today felt like the right day to come in. I don't know, I've got no specific downloads other than, have a little go with this today. We've just come out of Beltane, so we're in the Fire Festival zone of the year. I know that we are heading for the final eclipse of spring. I believe it's in a couple of days' time, around about the 4th or 5th of May, I believe. That's also going to be a full moon in Scorpio, I think. I might be wrong because I haven't checked all of this. Like I say, I'm a little bit rusty. I've been out of the game sort of thing. But I think it is. And that's going to be intense. Yeah, that's going to bring up a lot of stuff. Past circumstances going to resurface, difficult themes, difficult things that we found difficult perhaps first, second, third, fourth, fifth time around, who knows how many times round. The universe is taking care of you and giving you a chance to look at those old patterns of behaviour, old patterns of doing things, etc, and what have you, and looking at getting rid of those, releasing those, and bringing in all new ways to go about things. So it's upgrades for everyone. It's upgrades galore if we just sort of grab them, okay? Don't bury your head in the sand anymore, and be brave and take a good look at yourself. Reflection, that's one theme that has been shown to me. I suppose that's naturally coming to my energy sphere from losing somebody close. I say losing somebody close. Of course, we never really lose each other, but there's still that strangeness of letting go of them in this dimension. So it's I don't know, it's just brought up some themes of reflection and things like that. We mustn't be afraid to reflect. You can't run away from it all your life. You can't run away from reflecting on how, you've got to own your mistakes. You've got to own your troubles. You've got to own your faults and your consequential behaviour, let's put it like that, that we've all acquired throughout our lifetime and throughout many lifetimes even. Okay, I just feel like there's this element of some people are running scared from that. They're running scared from their own reflection. I got sent a beautiful meditation to help to heal me, actually, and it was absolutely beautiful, and it was all around Avalon, as you all know. It's a big part of my spirituality, and Glastonbury, and it was all around the spiritual centres of Glastonbury. So it took you through, as you know, if you've ever been to Glastonbury, or you're familiar with the spiritual centres there, the first one you come to is the Abbey. So it takes you through them all: Weary All Ill, the Abbey, Chalicewell Garden, and the Tour. And the one in the middle is Chalicewell Garden, and Chalicewell Garden is a place of deep reflection, and Chalicewell Garden can put you back in touch with your past life abilities. But Chalicewell Garden can help you to release karma from this life, from any life, or for any lifetimes where you've been scared to look at and own your own BS. Okay, and a lot of people might say, oh, I don't want to do that, I don't want to look at that, I don't want to go there. And maybe that's because you need to really start to face up to looking at your own BS, because what has made me realise is none of us know when my camera went blank then. Spirit chiming in there and let me know I'm doing the right thing. So none of us know when our time's going to be up on this earth plane, okay? So when the eclipses come around, it's the time for us to look and reflect on our own BS and see what we're going to stop doing, what we're going to start doing differently, etc. Okay, you can ignore it because you're scared. You can ignore it because it's too heavy and it's too hard for you to own. All right, and you can run from that from lifetime to lifetime if that's what you so choose to do. But it is BS, for another way of putting it. You know. The sooner you can learn to look into that mirror, the sooner you can learn to look into those holy waters that are guarded at the chalice well, the sooner you can face the guardians there, the yew tree spirits there. And I mean, you don't need to travel there physically to do that either. You can do that through meditation. You can do that through those are just symbols. That place is a magical place for sure, but it's something that's a state of mind and a state of heart. Okay. And if you want to use those codes to heal and to bring about and effect change within your life and on the planet and for the greater good, then you simply need to call them in through your guides, and you will be guided either to go there physically or to you'll receive meditations, or you'll receive clues and you'll just know. Okay, I just wanted to bring that in. It came to me that somebody sent it to me actually the last 24 hours. And I actually did the meditation this morning, and it just tied in with a lot of other stuff that's been going on. So that's where we're up to. And of course, I always get like Beltane, fairies, that kind of energy, fire festivals, first beginning of summer now and everything. It's always, to me, there's that Glastonbury vibe. There was a time through my 20s and 30s when I travelled there regularly, and any excuse to go to Glastonbury at all, I would be going there, okay? Spent a lot of time there through my 20s and 30s. Through my later years as well, but not so, it's not so, what I've come to understand is a place of mind, it's a state of mind. It's a state of mind. Avalon's a state of mind. Avalon's a state of heart. I don't need to, see what I mean? You don't have to, do that physical travel. In fact, it teaches you more about how interdimensional we are, how interdimensional the planet is, and all the portals on the planet are, in fact. So I'm at a stage as one stone circle's as good as the next, and I've got a perfectly good stone circle in my local park, which I could literally throw a stone at from you. So that's where I'm at with it. Not that you know, not that I was saying I would never go there again, or that I wouldn't enjoy travelling about and looking at different ancient sites, because it's absolutely one of my best and favourite things to do, and always has been throughout my adult life. So yeah, you know, I was raised in a very, very strict Christian background, so this something that's always fascinated me is the Avalon myths. And I know it's not for everyone. You may be fascinated by some other ancient culture or some other ancient myths, and really and truly, one is all and all is one. You'll find that all of those things link up. All of those teachings are very similar, but you'll just find the flavour that's right for you, and it'll be right for you. Follow your signposts, my loves. Okay. Anyway. Oh, that was a lot. I didn't expect that to come up, right? In a period of healing, I feel like I'm in a period of healing. I don't know how many of you feel like you're in a period of healing. I'm still in a time of learning to listen to my body, listen to my spirit, listen to my guides, and give myself the same love and the same sort of care and wisdom and things like that I would give out to others, because that's where I'm at, okay? And that's what I keep being brought back to as well. So there's obviously still a ways to go there. I'm a lot more disciplined within that than I used to be by a long chalk. There was one of those memes that said, you know, empathy without boundaries is self-destruction, and I've learned that the hard way all my life. And it's still difficult. I'll be honest with you, because people do try and push those boundaries, and if you let them, they'll smash them right in. Even people who you love, or they think that they love you or whatever. It's a case of, oh well, yeah, but you're supposed to be, you know, you're supposed to be so spiritual and empathic and caring and everything, but where are you? And it's like, well, it doesn't. No. When your body's telling you to take a step back, you take a step back. When your body's telling you need time out, you need time on your own, you need time on your own. When you need an extra sleep, you need an extra sleep. You're not here to save everyone, solve everyone's problems, pick up everyone's pieces, and do everyone's dirty work, frankly. You're not here for that, okay? So if you relate to that kind of level of empathy, please remember you're not here for that, and draw back, okay? And you will feel those triggers of feeling a little bit guilty and feeling a little bit criticised and whatever. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. It shows you levelling up if you're feeling that. It shows you levelling up. Just still keep tuning into spirit and keep yourself as grounded as you possibly can. Okay, and those are the boring things. Keeping grounded, as I always say to you guys, it's the boring things. It's eating right, it's sleeping right, it's getting fresh air, okay, it's listening to your body, it's doing simple breathing exercises, remembering to feel what the bottom of my feet feel like is one that I use. It's a simple one when I feel a little bit pulled about by different people's energies and what have you. Okay, because when you're a healer or a light worker or any of those things, people will be naturally drawn to you, and a lot of people are suffering, and a lot of people are confused, and a lot of people are lost, and they latch their energy onto you, and they mean well, they don't know no other way maybe, but that's why it's even more important to have those boundaries and have that discipline, because you were teaching them by the way that you were running your life how to look after themselves. So you can say to somebody, oh, you shouldn't put up with that, you shouldn't be putting up with that, you've got to look after yourself, start thinking of yourself, and you're not thinking of yourself. So yeah, that's where the revolution is, my loves, okay? The healing revolution that's coming in, the upgrades, the light codes. This is it. We're in the thick of it. Okay? So we've got a full moon coming up next week. So remember all of this stuff. This has been a really long preamble, and I didn't expect that. But as you know, I just opened my channel and I just let it come up, okay? And I just have to trust that is what needed to be said, and that's going to land with you all and do the right thing. So let's go in. Let's see what's coming up for my darlings with the cards. First of all, let's call in the highest vibration of love. Only love into this reading today, okay? For anyone watching this reading, for the beautiful planet we live on, which is a living being, for all of our ancestors, star ancestors, creatures in other galaxies and dimensions that we've yet to understand, all of the beautiful animal species that we share this planet with, and plant species too, which are our teachers and guides, nothing but the highest vibration of love, and so it is. Okay, my darlings, I'm going in with the starseed. It's all been about the starseeds lately, and talking about Avalon. I mean, Avalon Glastonbury is an ancient seat of spirituality of all kinds, from the Druids to the Christians, and it even has links before that. Oh, we're well on fire here today. Even has links before that to Atlantis and Lemuria, and Atlantis and Lemuria actually have links to the Pleiades and other star systems. So there we go. Okay, we're interdimensional. Don't forget it. We're all of that, and all is one, and one is all. You know, we are the Christ light. We are the teachings of Jesus. We are the wisdom of the Druids. We are the wisdom of our star ancestors and Atlantis. All of it. There's no separation between any of it. One more card from the starseeds. One more card from the Pleiadian grandmothers. They've been taking a lot of good care of me, I can assure you, in the last few weeks. Oh, two more from the Pleiadian grandmothers. Star family, funny enough. And lost lands. There we go, Atlantis. Alright. Alright then. So we've got 4 from the beautiful Pleiadian grandmothers. One too many crystals out. You can't have one too many crystals, surely. So we'll do that. We'll do a goddess message. We're living these goddess messages straight away. 3. Okay. So glad I've said what I've said, because this is backing it up. Okay. Yeah, 3 goddess messages. Power of 3. What else have we got? Right, I had to bring in the both fairy oracles, of course, with this being a post-Beltane energy reading. Okay, beautiful. That one. Perfect. Ah, a little chill there as well. So thank you all for tuning in and sticking with me. Like I say, please give me the thumbs up if you haven't. Please give me subscribe if you haven't. Super important for me to keep this channel going. Okay. I'm so grateful to all of you who do that on a regular basis and who have patiently waited for me to come back. Yeah. Please get in touch with me in the email address that's provided below if you want a personal reading. Okay, don't give anybody any money, because I don't approach you. If I've approached you, it's not me. Okay, you need to approach me via the email address provided below. Alright, my loves. So all that being said, let's go in and have a look what we've got today in our oracle reading. Okay, you've got the love. Do you know what's so weird? I was singing that last night. I was singing that to Mr. Milo last night, and I was thinking about the old school version of it, or not no offense, but not the Florence and the Machine. You know, Candy Staton. In the 90s, there was like a remix of it that was really doom, 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 doom. And I was singing it to Mr. Milo last night, and not only was I singing it to Mr. Milo, but I was really feeling the energy of it, because sometimes I do feel like throwing my hands up in the air, you know. You've got the love, I need to see me through. So we've got, you've got the love, and that's yeah. Also we've got lost lands, and there's some very Atlantean imagery on that card. Soul memories and gifts. You've done this before, like I've said about linking to Charles Garden will help you to link to your past life soul gifts. It's one of the main portals on the planet for that. Lifting the veil. Well, interestingly, this is one thing that has been knocking around my head as well that people tend to forget. Lifting the veil. So the veil getting thin. So the veil gets thin at different times of year, and of course everyone knows about Samhain and everyone talks about Halloween, but May, Beltane, this time of the year also that we're in right now is also a very thin time of the veil where the dead are easy. They're easy to communicate, they're easy to come through and show us different things and different signs, okay? So watch out for that as well. Questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. That's why I had to have that ramble about my meditation. Anything unaligned must go, alright? So we're in the eclipse season. It's the final eclipse of spring. So think about the symbolism of that for a minute. It's the final eclipse of the spring. The spring is about the new. The spring brings the new in, the new energy in. So it's the final eclipse of bringing the new energy in. You don't know how many more eclipses are coming like that in your lifetime. You don't want to be carrying your BS over to another lifetime. I wouldn't have thought you wanted to anyway. I certainly don't want to be carrying mine over. So it's very auspicious time, and any methods you choose to use will be fine. Not the ones that I've suggested, okay? To actually get rid of, question everything, anything unaligned must go. Now's the time to do it, okay? If not now, when? If not now, when? None of us know how long. None of us know how many more eclipse seasons we've got. Do you want to be carrying your BS over into the next lifetime is what I'm getting at, okay? Or are you going to call in the guides and get into that reflective state and have a good look at it and do some proper shadow work? People say, oh yeah, I'm on a spiritual awakening. And I don't mean to sound horrible now, but I hear this a lot. I work with this sort of thing a lot, alright? And a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I'm on a spiritual awakening. I've bought some tarot cards and some crystals. I'm on a spiritual awakening. And you're thinking, no honey, this is not a spiritual awakening. At least you're opening up. At least people are opening up, because a lot of those people are people who perhaps 2 or 3 years ago was turning around and saying things like that they were atheists and what have you. You know, so it's all good. They're pointing in the right direction. At least there's that. But real deep spiritual shadow work is about looking at your own BS and stopping your own BS and realigning and letting it go and forgiving yourself. And it's not easy. It's messy. It's frightening. It's so many things that are not pleasant. Okay. And that's how you unlock your gifts, and that's how you bring yourself back into alignment, etc., etc. And it's not for the faint-hearted. And maybe in this lifetime you're not meant to do that. Maybe you're not meant to, you know. That's okay too. That's okay too. But it's a subject that people talk about a lot. Oh yeah, I'm doing long dark night of the soul. I'm doing shadow work. I'm alignment. It's spiritual alignment, and it's like it's messy. It's really messy. You've got to be prepared to see your own darkness, see why you do the things you do, see why you've got the negative traits you've got, forgive yourself, forgive others around you, forgive circumstances. It's a lot. It's heavy, you know. Well worth it. So worth it. So worth it. And it doesn't end. It's not like I can go, oh yeah, well I've done shadow work, so I'm done now. I've done my shadow work. I've done a fair amount of shadow work, if I say so myself, but it doesn't end. There's just deeper levels of it, and deeper levels of it, and deeper levels of it that you see into. But then you get your potential and your soul gifts unlocked through doing it. Okay. So well worth doing, my love. Soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. It's so funny that I mentioned all of that about connecting with your past lives and Avalon and Atlantis or whatever you feel connected to, because that's come up as well from the Pleiadian grandmothers. I don't call it a channel for nothing. Alright. This is about boundaries as well. You've got the love. Star family. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. Exactly. You're part of a team of souls. I'm so glad I brought that up as well, about how So for the example of Glastonbury, it's linked to the early Christians, it's linked to the Druids, it's also, and then that goes back even further, that goes back to Atlantis, and then that goes back even further, that goes back to the Pleiades or Syrian energy or whatever, you know. So this is what we're part of, a star family, a galactic family, not just the cultures of Earth, not just the species here, but an actual star family called them in, okay? And you're not the only one. That's why I do this channel, so you know you're not the only one. I mean, if I can sit here and talk about this stuff, you know, it's taken me years to be able to do that as well. Years and years and years, because the ridicule I've endured in the past has been, like, for a lot of people, you know, pretty heavy stuff. And that's part of the shadow work, that's part of healing that wound and coming out and just being the real you and things like that, okay? Anything unaligned must go. I can't stress that enough. That is so eclipse season. That is so right now. Once you've let that go, once you've been brave enough to let go what's not aligned, okay, your BS, in other words, yeah, your drama, that's when your soul memories and your soul gifts are going to come back that you've acquired in other lifetimes. Boundaries and codependency. Okay, this one's about you've got the love. This is what you need to remember. You don't need to look at other people. You don't need to depend on other people. You don't need codependent relationships. That doesn't mean we should all cut ourselves off from each other and live in a box on our own and just say, no, I'm doing this and you're doing... That doesn't mean that. That doesn't mean that. Like I've said to you guys before, boundaries not a wall. It's not the same thing, okay? When you've built a boundary, it's very healthy and your heart is still open. When you've built a wall, your heart is completely closed and so much more difficult for people to reach you and for you to reach them. This is about understanding that you've got to have self-love. You've got the love. So the love that you give to others, that love that you seek in others, that love that you seek in a guru or a guide or in Jesus or in other people around you, that you need their love and attention and time all the time. No. This is time for us to learn that we can give that ourselves. And like literally, like, I'm so glad I brought that up at the beginning as well, because literally that's something I keep being brought back to all the time. It's been one of my biggest lessons in life, alright? Boundaries. So your boundaries are going to be tested, I want to say. Your boundaries are going to be tested over the next... period of time in between, let's just call this in between eclipses and whatever, okay? Up to the other side of the eclipse. The effects of an eclipse last up to 6 months after, don't forget. So for around about the next 6 months, I'd say this reading's valid. Your boundaries are going to continue to be tested, and until you learn where they are and how to apply them, okay, and how to not give a SHIT if somebody else is a little bit upset with that, because that's fine. That's their trigger, that's their boundary, that's on them, okay? They're going to keep coming up to be tested. So that's all fun, alright? But it's not to be scared of, it's to be embraced, because that's what it brings us. That's what the cosmic energy is bringing us right now. It's bringing us an opportunity to leave behind negative patterns of coping, negative patterns of reacting and acting and creating codependency and creating drama. It's allowing us to let go of it, alright? So embrace that, my darlings, embrace that. What goddess messages did we have? Really strong energy from the Pleiadian brothers today. Wow. Okay. From the goddess messages we had, never discredit your gut instinct. Your body can pick up on bad vibrations, trust it. So I'm so glad as well in the preamble, the channeling, it did come out quite a lot about learning to listen to our bodies. Okay, it's just learning to listen to all of that. You are a divine being of light. Let yourself shine. Let yourself shine. And how do you let yourself shine? You let yourself shine by letting go of what's not in alignment. You do that by letting go of your own drama and your own BS. Okay, and you'll feel a little bit, you'll feel all sorts of things. You will feel panic, drama, guilt, all of these sorts of things around some of your BS in the background or in the past. But the only way to do it differently is to do it differently from right now. Can't change the past. We can't create a new future by looking back to the pain of the past either. We have to just move forward from where we are now. So we have to call ourselves out on our nonsense, and then we have to move forward. Okay, it's time. The next one says, I am deeply loved, I am divinely blessed, I am my own sacred light, and I honour the goddess within. That couldn't tie it together more perfectly, that message. That's what I'm trying to get across, and that's what I'm getting you today. I am deeply loved, I am divinely blessed, I am my own sacred light, I honour the goddess within. Exactly, I'm my own sacred light. I'm not looking for it from somebody else. I'm not looking for approval. I'm not copying somebody else. I'm not looking to Jesus. not dissing Christians or anything like that, you know. Teachings of Jesus are very profound and very, you know, something that I actually adhere to, you know. It's not about me calling out a particular religion or anything like that, so please don't be offended. It's about me saying, don't look outside yourself, yeah? That's the strong message coming through today, yeah? Don't look outside ourselves, okay? We are the light. We are the goddess. We are sacred, okay? So start remembering that the next time you open your mouth to speak BS, or the next time you grasp onto your old negative ways of coping or doing things, or grasping, or selfish behaviours, or whatever it is that needs to go that's not in alignment. Before you do that, just becoming mindful that you were just about to slip into that old pattern and going, oh yeah, I'm divine, I am the light, I am the goddess, oh yeah, that's how much power I have. So take a deep breath and just do different. Yeah. Okay, when you feel like you can't do that, when you feel like your old ways have just got hold of you, and you're like a bit of a runaway train feeling, getting somebody here with a bit of a runaway train feeling, perhaps they're on a downer, perhaps some bad things have happened that they need to process, and they're finding that quite difficult, so they're going straight back to their old ways of doing things, which is perhaps behaving like a big kid, I'm getting, or whatever, and you know it as well, and you know it causes disharmony around you and for yourself, but you can't stop yourself because it's what you've always done, and you feel like you've got away with it, but you haven't really got away with it. It's fine. All you've got to do on those days is hunker down and just look after yourself, stay away from people, frankly. I'm going to run out of power in a minute. I just got to plug my thing in. 2 seconds. Okay. Rightio, my loves. So there's a lot there today. Now the 2 fairy cards that came out, this one's an interesting one. Sea Beacon Fairy, guidance, but where will it lead you? Guidance, but where will it lead you? Do you know, this is the first card I ever had out of this pack to read when I got the pack. And when I took it out of the pack, I'm not kidding you, I took a photo of it. I'll have to put it up for you to see. I sent it to lady who actually sent me these cards straight away, because literally I was sat here where I'm sat now, and the card came out, and it was this card, the first shuffle, and that light there was literally lit up. It was like a weird orb, some kind of phenomena going on to show me that. And as soon as I opened them, there was that amazing energy as well, and I just knew that they were sent with so much love. So what am I looking for? Oh, Shadow Light, Sea Beacon Fairy. Haven't had it for a long time, but I always remember it was the first one out of here. And at the time I did definitely need the message. Where is she? 3. Perfect solution to a problem has been presented to you, but whether it is wise to take it is another thing altogether. You may have more resources and opportunities than you were aware of, or than you were allowing yourself to believe in. Do not be too quick to follow the first opportunity that comes. Wait and check both your sources and your inner wisdom. There are many paths and many solutions. Not all advice will be right for you. Absolutely true. And as tarot readers say, you know, only take what resonates from the messages that you've heard today. It's not all for you, but there's some of it that's for you, and you'll know what's for you. Don't try and make something not fit that you know fits. It's also, this is very fairy, and we're in fairy season, and fairies love to work with riddles. Yeah, the fairy energy is all about the riddles. So by the same token, you might be rejecting part of this message today because you don't want it to fit you, because that doesn't fit your BS. Yeah, and actually you should be taking it on board. So figure it out. Yeah. Perfect solution to a problem has been presented to you. Now, to me, that's obvious. We're in eclipse season. It's a perfect solution. It's a perfect solution for us to let go of drama and elevate and ascend. Okay, it's a perfect opportunity for us to get even more light codes and for us to push ascension even further for ourselves, for the planet, and for the whole galaxy. I kid you not. But it's up to you where it will lead you. It's up to you where it will lead you, okay, because it's got to be in resonance with your own light, and that's what you really need to look at. That's what each one of us really needs to look at and work on, is the quality of our own inner light. Okay, love that. This is an interesting one as well, and I know this one very, very well. This is from the Brian Froud Fairy Oracle, and he ain't the prettiest, bless him, okay. He's known as the soul shrinker, okay? And it's quite a sad one, this one is. It's a story of, once upon a time he was beautiful. Once upon a time he was as beautiful as any elf, okay? It's about being mindful about our thoughts, words and actions, okay? And how they affect how we affect each other with them, all right? And how we affect ourselves, even negative self-talk, chatting shit about people, pulling each other down, seeing only the dark in situations. It creates this. He was beautiful once, all right? Every time you use hurtful words, every time you use hurtful thoughts, you are creating soul shrinker, and he is so sad. He is so sad. He only wants to be loved, okay? So being aware of that, because it's a powerful time coming up. We've got a full moon coming up in Scorpio, really intensely emotional, right? Really powerful. So anything that we're doing is going to be magnified. So if we even if it's negative self-talk, you know, even if it's having that low self-worth and continuing to build on low self-worth, you are going to shrink your soul. You're going to shrink your soul, and your soul doesn't want to be shrunk. It wants to be loved. It wants to be remembered that it's divine, you know. It wants to, it wants this. Let yourself shine. It wants this. Okay? It wants that. You're deeply loved. You're divinely blessed. You're your own secret light. Honour the goddess within. Don't shrink your soul and shrink the souls of others around you in the process, alright, because you don't feel worthy, because you're still stuck in your old patterns, because you're scared to take a look and to reflect on your decisions in this life and probably other lives also. Don't do that. Get in touch with the divine. Get in touch with the divine. Star family. Look at this column in the middle, lifting the veil. Star family. Gut instincts. Alright. Your star family are there. They're just beyond that veil, alright? They're just beyond that veil. They're there, and the veil is very thin right now. Gut instincts, follow them. You know it, alright? This row, boundaries. You are a being of divine light. Let yourself shine. Sea beacon fairy. Let yourself shine. This is what I'm saying. It's about your light. The light that she will show you and that you are invited to follow is only a reflection of your own light. So let yourself shine, and she's going to lead you to better places. Stay in that dim light, and she's going to lead you to dim places. Alright? That's the answer to that riddle. You've got lost lands, about loving yourself and soul shrinker. This is part of a lesson that we've learned before in the past then, about the soul shrinker and remembering that we're divine. This is a massive part of perhaps how we went wrong in the past. Alright, was with curse energy instead of with blessing energy. And it is that simple. What we think about, we bring about. Now words create spells, and we know all this by now. This is basic, okay, kiddies? So maybe that's part of what we're remembering, how powerful we really are, how powerful our minds are, how powerful our words are, okay? You could create that, you could create that. Just from your thoughts and your words, you could become this, or you could become this. Seriously. And it's something that we've been around this a few times in the past, through past lives there, lost lands, soul memories and gifts returning. You've done this before. Wow, powerful stuff, my loves. I've got new tarot, of course I have. It's Celtic tarot, nice and whimsical and Celtic. My original sort of jam of spiritual stuff, as kids say, isn't it? It's my jam. Was the Celtic stuff. So I feel like I've gone full circle with my tarot cards now, because the first one I ever, as you know, my old favourite is Celtic one. And this is Celtic. It's got lots of elves and fairies and whatever, and it's very, very beltiny. Just put it like that. I've only had a little play with this. So let's see if there's anything coming out of the Celtic tarot today for the viewers to clarify this oracle reading. Oh, there we go. What have we got? Oh, we've got 3. 3 is the charm. 2 5s and a 6. So things are progressing at a steady pace, okay? And we're moving out of the 5s and into the 6s. I like that. Alright, so 5s are tricky, tarot. Alright, we've gone from a 5 of... I love this. So we've gone from a 5 of swords to a 5 of wands to a 6 of wands, and I'll explain it. The 5 of wands, swords, is not a very nice energy at all. This is about aggression, this is about hostility, this is about the kind of energy that's created soul shrinker. Alright, this is the old ways that we're going to let go of. This is what we're letting go of and releasing during this eclipse season and full moon coming up. It's aggression, it's hostility, it's I've got to be right, it's I'm going to hold on to my own bullshit and drama, never mind, you know, what or what affects or what hurts, even though I'm just hurting myself, you know, because it doesn't define other people when you cast that out, it defines you, you know, that's the thing. So keep doing that, I'm going to keep doing that, I'm going to keep doing that, and then, do you know what, it's come down to a 5 of wands, and I like this 5 of wands, it's got red dragons in. Don't want to be overly patriotic or anything, but it's got red dragons, that's all I'm saying. And it's got 3 red dragons, look at that, or is it there? Wow, okay, 3 red dragons being ridden by some kind of elves, alright. Anyway, the 5 of wands is about the same sort of thing, drama, dispute, but it's less dramatic than the 5 of swords, okay? It's resolvable. So it's moved from a completely stuck, stubborn, old paradigm, utter control freak nonsense to, oh, it is resolvable. It is resolvable. Oh yes, we can resolve this. We can burn it up in that dragon fire. We can purify it. We can resolve it, okay? It's just a little ego clash battle now. It's sort of changed, yeah. Because we're looking at it with a fresh perspective. We're looking at it through the eyes of the divine instead of the eyes of curse energy, soul shrinking. We're looking at it through, well, can it be resolved? And if you say, can it be resolved? Then straight away, that's a riddle in itself. Well, yeah, it can be resolved. Oh, it can be resolved. Right, oh, so what do we need to do? We just need to stand in our peace and it'll be resolved. So just stand in your peace and it'll be resolved, just like that. It's like the elf stood with its back to us there, holding the 2 rods, just standing in the peace. All of this drama and nonsense is getting burnt up. I'll just stand here until it's done. That's what I'm getting. And then we've got a 6 of wands, and a 6 of wands is all about victory. So it's all about victory coming in after a time of hardship, and we've got these beautiful elves on here. It's sort of got a bit of a Lord of the Rings sort of vibe, these cards. he's coming out on a horse, beautiful imagery, and there's fire behind him, and I mean, to me it is, he's walking away from that, because of course the Six of Wands is a card of energy of victory, but it's victory after a time of overcoming great obstacles, and we have overcome great obstacles. We're leaving that behind. Five of Swords, bye bye. That's in the old paradigm, that's in the past. That's what's keeping us out of alignment. That's the unaligned, if ever there was anything unaligned. Okay, we've lightened it up to the energy of the Five of Rods, Five of Wands, sorry. Still a bit dramatic, but we've realised that as long as we don't get involved in the drama and we just stand back and we just allow it to burn itself off, we'll be able to walk away victorious. We'll be able to ride off like this beautiful elven figure on his horse there, okay, absolutely calm as a cucumber and victorious. And I mean, he's coming through a portal there. That's a gateway, that's a portal with all those elf ladies around, into a new pasture, into a new way of being, into the new world. So I hope you've enjoyed my little reading, my darlings. It's nice to be back, and I hope it's all made sense. Please get in touch with me. Please give me some love. Please give me the likes. Please give me the shares. Please get in touch for a personal reading. Please leave your comments below. I fully appreciate every single comment and like and share from the bottom of my heart. I hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you for sticking with me once again. So have a blessed week ahead. Watch out for me changing the name of the channel officially and all of that soon as well. Have a blessed week ahead, blessed full moon and a blessed eclipse. Okay, my loves, be brave, don't be scared. It's just about allowing yourself to let go of the drama of the past. Okay, standing back, staying in your peace. We're almost there. Okay, bringing it on. Okay, thank you so much. All the love, all the light.